Walled Lake Western presents Hairspray, the musical, November 10, 11, November 17, 18, and a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock. It's a story about Tracy Turnblad, a typical average high school student who's having trouble dealing with the way she looks and the way she's accepted by her friends. And so it's how she deals with it. It was at a time back in the early 60s with the race situation very, very segregated, and Tracy's goal is, hey, accept me, and hey, accept my friends. And so it's got a great message for our students these days, actually for the United States these days. The cast has been rehearsing since September. Actually, the second day of school, we had our first pre-audition meeting, and then we had auditions the next week. So we've been rehearsing about 7 weeks now. They rehearse every day after school, and every student in the cast has learned every song and every line, and now we've broken that down into the stage rehearsals. Meanwhile, the pit orchestra has been rehearsing a couple times every week under the direction of Mr. Pat Dudzinski, and so just now we are putting together the pit orchestra with the cast. The exciting part about this show is it's such a colorful show. So our scenic people have been building and painting. They're currently setting all the lights. We're going to have hundreds of light cues, and so it's going to be a colorful show. It's going to be a fun show. This show starts off in the late 50s, so it's more like Grease, but then quickly it moves into the 60s, and so we end up in 1962. So we have to think about costumes. The guys are getting used to wearing their pants at their waist rather than lower, and lots of things with the fashion that our costume crew has dealt with. Amy Scheidler and her ladies have had a wonderful, wonderful period of time where they've been putting together all of these costumes. Along with the costumes, we've had to deal with the wigs. There are probably close to 90 wigs used in this show. Some of them are direct from Las Vegas, from the show world down there, because they're just huge. They're tall, they're big, and this is Hairspray. Our properties director, Cheryl Tacey, has been gathering props again that would fit the period of time in the early 60s. One of the reasons why we chose this show is it just seems so fitting. Even though we're years later, it just seems so fitting culturally and socially with our students as well as the whole United States. And so I'm looking forward to getting this message out. It's a happy, fun show, but it definitely has a very important message. I hope you can come on out to see our show. This is a great show for the entire family, and even though Hairspray, the Broadway production, was at the Fisher Theater a few years ago, you had to pay $75 for the seats. So we offer a much better deal. You're going to see some fine acting, some great dancing, and some wonderful singing amidst all this color and fun. So come on out, see Hairspray at Walled Lake Western.